Hello, welcome back to the channel. Here I am testing myself, testing 1.2, get asked a few questions, is such and such a build viable in the latest patch, etc. Is such and such a play style viable? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to restrict myself to doing 2 pistols on a Purifier, starting with Inquisitor obviously. Yes, I know there are levelling skills that far outperform what I'm going to do. I can use Word of Pain, I can use Blackwater Cocktail, I can do all that stuff. Don't want to do that. What I want to prove is that 2 pistols and just shooting things is still viable on 1.2 in Veteran. I'm doing it in Hardcore so that if I die, that's it for me. So I can't do this and get the end of it go, yeah, I had 25 deaths but it worked. No, this will be, can I do it in Hardcore? So I've got this guide to level 2, I've got ranged expertise, I've put the other 2 points in the Inquisitor mastery, and I'm putting the first 5 level up attribute points in spirit. I might put that information on the screen if I remember to do it. I've now got 2, well I had 2 guns because I picked the yellow thing up, but I've got 2 Francis's guns. The route with the weapons is Francis's guns, they're like level 0 items, you can get them straight away. They're always there, they spawn every time you've got a new game sessions, you can get 2 easily enough. Ooh, that's cheating, yeah I know. After that you get Duncan. Duncan can craft unique double barrel pistols or something, they're level 15, you get them. So you're probably going to be running around, unless you get a lucky drop, you're going to be running around with Francis's guns for the first 14-15 levels. This is me on Hardgate Isle, just testing it out. It's a test. I went here because it's difficult, because they're hard enemies. Point in spirit, points in the mastery. So I've got 1 point in range expertise and 1 point in whatever the next thing is, bursting round or whatever. I'm not going to max that out. That's one thing you can do. I'm not going to do that. It's 1 point scattered all over the place. When I get to level 10 I'll go demolitionist, I'll put a few points in fire strike, then I'll go back to Inquisitor. What am I going to do here? Let's just have a quick look. It's all speeded up so I've got to be quick on spirit and mastery and 1 point in deadly aim. Yeah, I haven't got a point in bursting round yet. So it's just 1 point in ranged expertise, 1 point in deadly aim. That's the crit thing. That's the thing that puts the blue crosshairs over your head when you get a crit. And you do a bit more damage. Right, yeah. And this is, it's in a slot with another guy, but another hardcore character, but I'm only using the stuff I find. I'm not using any gear or any items out of stash. So if the question is, could I do this as a new player on a first character? Yeah, of course you could. This at 2.5 times playback speed, because some of these fights they take a while, because I will admit at the start your damage in Veteran is going to be low. This is why I don't tend to level characters in Veteran, because it's slow and boring. A level in normal, there's plenty of challenge waiting. In Elite and Ultimate you don't have to play in Veteran. If you want to play in Veteran for whatever reason, fine. I tend not to do that. I'm doing this in Veteran to kind of prove a point to myself, because I thought, can I still do this? There you go. I saved some points when I got to level 10. I'd saved, I think the last 2 or 3 level ups, I'd saved the points and stuck them all into Fire Strike, raised up a bit to start. So the skills I'm using, Fire Strike and that passive couple of things on the Inquisitor side. It's a Viloth fight coming up. This takes forever and a day, but it's not particularly dangerous. You can see, where is he? There he is. Yeah, he's got a Sunder attack. How Sunder works is they'll have this red sundery thing flash over their head, and what that means is the next attack they use has the ability to put Sunder on you. So it's part of, I think it'll happen to me in a sec. He'll do his Sunder thing and then he'll hit me with, yeah, because I opened the map, mapped out, he hit me with it as I was mapping out. I came out to do the devotion point and level up without getting killed. Yeah, flame touched, and you don't have to toggle a skill on because 1.2 automatically toggles it on for you. Meanwhile, back in my 30-minute Viloth, no it wasn't, it was quite a slow fight, but I knew that eventually in a level or 2 I'd start getting a damage increase, and I'm quite happy putting up with the slow damage at the start. And I know, oh, you should have used Word of Pain, you could have done it a lot quicker. It doesn't matter, I'm not in this for the how quickly can I get to level 20. It's hardcore. Mainly what you want to do in hardcore is not die. Rushing around trying to get to things quicker, you know. Recipe for disaster, in my opinion. I've lost way too many hardcore characters thinking, oh yeah, I'll just do this a bit quicker. And yeah, I mean, I've got a few hardcore guides out there, and a lot of that is all about taking things carefully. Yeah, I should put Viloth's ring on. I know it's acid damage, but it had a whole load of decent buffs. There's your scrap, mate. There's my new inventory bag. Still not killing particularly quick, but it's alright. And I'm still alive, level 12. Point in physique. And now I'm rushing up. I'm going to try and get to Inquisitor Seal. Inquisitor Seal is a really good skill, and it's one I'm going to keep. Because what I don't want to do is put a whole load of points into a skill, and then level 40 go, I don't want that anymore, and swap out. So all the points I'm putting into skills will stay there. And that's not because of any... it's just because that's how I like to play. You like to learn the skills as you go and stick with them. This is quite a tough fight, totem fight, so I pull them away from the totem, hoping some of them will run away, and then I get into this group down here. But if you look at the health, I mean, it's alright. You've got infinite health pots, so you can afford to get into fights that are going to drag on and on, because you can just use the health pot when you need to. And anyone who criticises it and says, oh, infinite health pots is a cheat. No, it's a feature of the game now. It's a feature of the game. Accept it and use it. Don't limit yourself. Don't go, oh, I'm only going to use that health pot skill once every hour, otherwise it's cheating. That's like, why? Why make up weird rules like that? I mean, yeah, I've done stupid challenges. I've done a 0 kills challenge. I've done a no gear challenge in hardcore veteran. That was fun. That character's still alive because I quit while I was ahead. But this is alright. Here's a shrine. Run away. Shoot the idiots. I'm getting the Fiend devotion first. Fiend's got some fire damage on it and it's got a skill. And then I'm going to put that on Inquisitor Seal. And that's a novel approach, isn't it? Most people go, oh no, put it on yourself. Well, why? If you put it on Inquisitor Seal, you can put 3 of those things down and they've all got a chance of proccing it. And stick them all around totems, stick them all around shrines. Play tower defense with bosses, make them run back and forth through it. Oh, this is quite a good fight. I used Evade a couple of times in this to jump through him. You've got to try not to get stunned, and you've got to try not to get caught by that stuff that comes down from the ceiling. Yeah, I got stunned. I'm alright though. Yeah, veteran just turns everything into a bullet sponge. Literally, for me, with my bullets. He drops a nice amulet actually. It's a force wave amulet, but what I do is get the damage of Fire Strike up and then swap it over and have a look. And it goes up and I think, yeah, I'll leave it on. I mean, a lot of the time with that, character tab 2, get your Fire Strike stats up there, swap gear around, anything that puts Fire Strike up, leave it like that. Unless you lose something really significant, like if you've got something with a whole load of ether resistance on it and you're coming up to the Krieg fight. More on the Krieg fight later. I don't do the Krieg fight in order on this, because I'm playing it safe. I get into the Warden Cellar and then I go into Act 2 and get some decent gear and some more shrines before I go back and kill him. And that's not cheating, it's tactics. It's a strategy. Here we go. Like, go and grab Duncan and then get him to... There's it. Double barrel pistols. So yeah, create 2 of them and they're level 15 and I just hang on to them until I can swap them over. Fiend's almost finished, I think. Yeah, 1 more to go. Damage is alright. It's not stellar, is it? But it's okay. Like, I'm picking up items that have got attack damage converted to health on as well. It's always a good thing to do. If you've got a high damage output, I mean laughably, but eventually you've got a high damage output, you're going to want damage converted to health, saying you're constantly leeching life back. I know 1.2 partially nerfed it and reduced it, but it still works fine. No, that was a totem. It's now gone. Yeah, the reason why I'm wearing that Headhunter's belt thing is just because it's got attack damage converted to health on it. There you go, level 15. Swap the guns over, stick a Sear and Ember on each one. I'm not using the Sear and Ember skill. I mean, the Sear and Ember skill arguably better than damage than what I'm doing, but I just wanted to do guns, guns, guns. Love me some guns. Wanted to prove that guns work, and guns kind of work. Now I've got Inquisitor Seal, so I'm laughing. A couple of boss fights coming up. Attack damage converted to health doing its thing. Inquisitor Seal doing its thing. I say boss fights, hero fights. Similar, not the same. This cold one's a bit iffy, but look, yeah, it's fine. I keep looking at it thinking, yeah, veteran. They're bullet sponges. In normal, everything would just be getting annihilated. Notice those rotting Ember guards. Ember being the hint there, they are resistant to fire damage. Don't worry, I'll get some resistance reduction stuff sorted sooner rather than later. You don't really massively need resistance reduction in normal, not until much later on. It wouldn't make a massive difference really, because I'd still be doing a pitiful amount of damage. It's not too bad. Fill my inventory up, rejig a bit of it, and dump some old yellow shoulders to make room for the Cultist Orders. Go in here, grab the Cultist Orders, go back, put the Cultist Orders in stash, because then I can use them in Elite and Ultimate without going to Burridge Village. Or before I go to Burridge Village. Direni's dead, I get a Blood of Chthon, and I get friendly rep status. Hello Algrim. Friendly status means this lady's now got a fabric quest, so I can go and do the fabric quest. Level 16. I'm going to put a point in physique, and I'm going to put 3 more points into Inquisitor Seal. I want to get Inquisitor Seal maxed out to the soft cap. And then, like I said, I'm going to put the Fiend Devotion skill on it, so it gets a ring of fire going on around it. You can plant these things, you can plant 3 of them, like landmines. You stand on them, you get buffed, the enemies walk over them, they take damage, everyone's a winner. Fiend is now complete. Stick it on Inquisitor Seal. So what you'll notice is next time I use it, watch what happens when they run over it and they take damage. There you go, you get that ring of fire coming up around the outside of it. It looks nice, doesn't it? I mean, that's the only reason I put it on there, is because it looks nice. Got to look nice when you're fighting. Cash a fabric quest in, level 17. Reclaim that point. I'll do something with it eventually. I'm going to put it in Hawk. Get Hawk maxed out. It's only a 3-pointer. Get Hawk maxed out, and then Ghoul, and then that Soleil's what's it over there. There you go, start doing Hawk. Right, so I've opened up the Warden's Cellar Rift, but before I go any further I'm going to come in here and kill a bunch of cowboys, get a couple of shrines, get some more Rovers rep, get some gear. It's all good stuff. There's a little hidden bit here. You go across this bridge, there's always a whole load of gear on these things here. There you go. Don't know whether that was better than what I had. No. I'll get down to the Rovers camp, pick these quests up, rescue the Elder and blow up the bridge. Sorry, blow up the barricade. When you blow up the barricade and cash that quest in, you get another inventory bag as well. See, that's pretty good. There's a whole load of them around me, but the combination of attack damage converted to health and a whole bunch of Inquisitor Seals and spamming my health pot gets me through it. It's alright, isn't it? It didn't feel risky or weak at any point. Well, I don't know, the first few levels it felt a bit weak, but then a lot of builds do. Calamity is a default relic. So like I said, although this is in a save slot with another character and they've unlocked a bunch of stuff, I'm only using the things that you'd have by now anyway on a new start. So you'd have Calamity, because whatever blacksmith you get, Calamity is a default relic. Let's just pick that up. Here's the Baros Wradlith fight. Again, Inquisitor Seal with that Fiend devotion around it. Attack damage converted to health. Look at my health. There you go. He's dropped his MI shield, which I don't want, but he also dropped Explorer foot pads, which are pretty cool, so I put them on. Really get anything decent out of that. Kill a bunch of ghosts. Level 19. Yeah. I maxed out Inquisitor Seal, now I've gone back over to Demolitionist because I want to get up to Vindictive Flame. Yet another thing that will damage things that come running up and hit me. It's not a melee build, but you've got to have your defences. Here we go. This shrine's sometimes a bit iffy. Some of these ghosts here are nasty, but look. That was not difficult. Do my devotion thing. I think I can put another... Come on, it's in Hawk you want it. There it is. There you go, look. We get Hawk finished off. Here's a totem. This can be a bit iffy, but again... I did this, this isn't running at 2.5, this is running at 1 time speed, so you can see the actual speed of this. It's funny, isn't it? When you put it back to 1 time speed, it looks like it's in slow motion, but that's normal game speed. There's all sorts of dodgy idiots coming out of there, but look. I'm wasted. Yeah, I'm just showing off standing in the ether. And I've leveled up again. Kill some bees. Collect some royal jelly. Because I know there's a quest coming up, I'm going to need 3 of them. Look at that, he's got like a first aid symbol over his head. Oh, that was it, yeah, sorry, that was the one I thought I had. That was the level 22 ring that just dropped then. This was a bit iffy because I had Balthazar on me and this other flipping hero. So yeah, but again, if you want to test the build, get into awkward fights with multiple heroes and bosses on you. Inquisitor Seal and shooting things in the face works nicely. And Balthazar's thing actually turned out to give me a damage buff, so I used it. Where is it? There it is. So you have a look at the Fire Strike figure. There it is. Swap it over. Fire Strike goes up, so you keep it on. Meanwhile, back at the Rovers camp, yeah, I didn't lie, I just said yeah, here it is, now I'm friendly with them. Swap some stuff over, head on up, get the next shrine. I got a Gunslinger's jacket, that's really cool. I mean, that thing will let you dual wield if you can't, but look at the damage it does on it. But I lost some physique points. I didn't want to take those off, so I thought, what's the quickest way? I know, I'll stick a emerald thingy on my hat, and that will give me the physique I need to equip the trousers. Ta-da! I'll swap that hat over soon enough anyway, because I'll get one of those fiery hats off the cowboys. And I finished Hawk. And I'm going to do Ghoul next, and then that Soleil's Eldritch What's-It thing for the resistance reduction and the fire damage. Level up. I'm 21. Yeah, stick a couple of points, 3 points in Vindictive Flame. Again, the game auto toggles that on. This is where I use Evade. What you do is you watch him, when he sort of telegraphs this massive overhead stunning move, you just evade through him. Yeah, I did it a few times. Trivialises the fight, really. Right, there is a fiery headguard thing coming up in the next bunch that I kill, and that's just an immediate equip. Here it is, going to drop in 3, 2, 1, and there you go. Mighty incendiary thing of what's it. Yeah, just stick that on, because you know it's going to buff all the right things. I didn't even check. It's just like, that's what you want. Right, you get into Cronley's lair, get that quest item, get the shrine. And I'm going to do, yeah, I want to get over to that, so I need some red. And what's going to give me red? Well, he's going to give me some, so I'll have some of his red. That'll do. I've already got 2 in red, so that'll be plenty. Get back to this camp, talk to her. Point in physique. And, ooh, look, 3 points in the Demolitionist Mastery Bar. Is the last Shrine in Act 1. Stick that in the second point of Ghoul. I love this fight. There's just so many of these idiots piling out the ground and getting them demolished. Level 24. Physique. Oh, I put a point in explosive strike, didn't I? Yeah. I suspect that's what the Grim Tools is going to look like. I think 24 is as far as I've got. Krieg fight, normal speed, so you can see what's going on. Not the most thrilling Krieg fight, but then you do not want the fights to be thrilling. You want the fight to be boring and normal and predictable. You don't want to be running around thinking, oh dear, oh dear. So his first phase is down. Second phase is the one with the hideous ranged attacks, so just face tank him. The Inquisitor Seal lends itself to face tanking. Look at him. I'm not even bothering to evade, I'm just shooting him. Taking whatever he throws at me. And that's it, he's down. And as with all the bosses in patch 1.2, he did drop both of his monster infrequents. And I got the Brimstone Shoulder Guards. Straight into Forgotten Gods area. Got the secret bit up the side here, get the totally normal shield that I don't need. And then go down and talk to the emissary, get the quest. Put a couple of Inquisitor Seals down as a welcoming present for the jumping idiots. Kill the jumping idiots. And that weird boss. Hero, whatever. Oh, he's a hero. And that's it. Quick rundown of attributes. I've got 5 points in spirit, put the rest in physique. And Fire Strike's maxed out, soft cap. One point in there, 1 point in there, 1 point in there, 1 point in there, that's maxed out. Devotions, I got Fiend first, then I got Hawk, then I started putting points into Ghoul, and I'll get across that Soleil's Eldritch What's It thing eventually. And that's it, that worked fine.